Hello everybody, this is Puffy Live, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. The topic says how to code approach a coworker. But I got a lot of DMs over the last couple of days, and I was going through them. I said, why not do a quick hit show? See how that works out? So the first question will be that. But before we do anything, let's get to some housekeeping. Number one, everybody subscribe to my YouTube channel. Number two, I'm going to keep doing previews over here for the YouTube channel, but also I have a Patreon, so that's going to be probably, I haven't figured out what I'm going to do it at this moment, but I already have a good number inside. So if you want to see the full uncut versions, they will be on Patreon. I just submitted it, so I'm waiting on approval. If and when I get it approved, I'm going to do a whole video about it and how it's going to work, okay? So you can see the uncut versions, because I got some barn burners. Some of the videos that you've seen, that you thought you saw, ah boy, they are off the chain if I can get this Patreon page. Number three, let's see how's the Patreon. Oh yeah, I have a PayPal now, and it's not linked to this account, but it's over on YouTube. So if you guys want to help the channel out, give me better equipment, Another thing is I'm gonna begin my weight loss program, try to get in better shape, because not for any other reason, but it's easier to get interviews if you're in better shape. That's just a fact, and the more interviews I get, the prettier girls I get, the more followers I get, and we can grow the channel together. So I'm going to help. I'm going to start my weight loss program, and when I get everything going on, I'll let you know. I'm going to just do it Tuesday, the live show, Tuesday through Thursday only, because Monday is my round 2 a day, and I have to have some day to do the things to make the show better. Okay? And that's it. And on Mondays, it's not a day off. I'm actually just like this Monday. Yesterday, I did 1,000 things. I didn't even take a day off. And I don't take days off because I just never have. Okay? And eventually, I'm going to learn how to do lives from the strip so y'all can talk to the women and that I, just as I do. Okay? All right. So the first question, how to code approach a coworker. Okay? And that's very much like how to code approach a total stranger, except for this caveat, and the caveat is very important. Okay, so how to code approach it? Well, you code approach it with the 1, 2, 3. Okay, now a coworker is anyone that your job could be in jeopardy if there's an issue. Okay, so a coworker could even be the UPS man. It could be the pool cleaner if you work at a place with a pool. It could be the person that comes in delivering heavy equipment. It doesn't matter. It's anyone that can make a complaint against your job. Okay, so coworker is not just somebody who works on the other side of the place. It's anyone who you have an interaction with that could cost your job by making a call. That's how blanket this is. It's a big blanket, so very here. So how do you code approach a coworker being a guy? Okay, code approaching a coworker as a girl is just like anything. You just walk up to them and ask for their phone number. Yes or no. It moves on. Now, when you code approach a coworker, you do the 1, 2, 3. Let me go through that again for those that haven't heard of it. Number 1, you introduce yourself. Okay. Number 2, you make small talk for 1 to 5 minutes. You want to get to the point. Number 3, you ask. Number 2, this is still part number 2. Number 2, you ask for the phone number only. Never ask for social media. I don't care if the woman has never given out social media and never will give it out. If she's interested in you and she only gives out social media, she will give you her home number. Remember, women make rules for guys that they break rules for alphas. Okay, so don't forget about that. So always, 100% of the time, ask for the phone number. And in fact, then you wait. One caveat: she will give you her phone number, or she will give you her number, or she will give you a number that is not real. Okay. Now, she gives you her phone number. You hand her your cell phone to put it in. 1 or 2 things will always happen. A, she will put a number in and hand it back to you, or B, she will call you directly. Now, if she calls you directly, that is an excellent sign. That means she's somewhat interested in you, and she wants to make sure that you have her number. She has your number, excuse me. Okay? That's how you do it. You put your number, and you give her your cell phone, she'll put her number in it, then she will call you. If she calls you, she is interested. Okay. Now, What do you do after that? And this is the difference between a cold approach and a person who is a total stranger versus someone that's in your work. And let me reiterate what I mean by work. Not just somebody that works in your job proper, but anyone. That's a lady that's bringing in UPS, the lady that's bringing in sandwiches, the guy that delivers heavy equipment, the guy that's working on the roof. Anyone that can make a call that jeopardizes your job is a coworker. It's not just people at the job, it's anyone. After you've gotten the number, okay, this is very important. You let it lie for 3 days. And then, when you or until you see that person again. When you see that person again, do not say anything to them. If they are interested in you, even if they're shy, they will still say something like this. Hey, how you doing, Puffy? Guy or girl will react to you in hopes that you will react back to them if they're interested. If they're not, they will avoid you like the plague. If, and this is the most important caveat to this, they avoid you like the plague, but delete that number. So you have to wait till the next time you see that person. The next time they deliver a UPS package, the next time she brings sandwiches, next time she delivers heavy equipment, next time he's outside cleaning the windows. And see if there's a reaction like this. Hey, Puffy. Anything but that much. Delete the number. Move on. Now, what if she's shy? A shy woman will always say hi to a man that asks her for a phone number almost 100% of the time. And if she is that unicorn, life goes on. But you must think about your job. And this is one thing. Even if you don't get in any trouble, you don't want to be known as that guy. The guy that women will, because it gets around. Oh, he asked me for my phone number, girl, and he texts me every 5 minutes. He's a stalker. It will get around. Now, it may not cost you no job, but it may cost you respect, and you never know. They might use that against you. Second thing I want to talk about today. Now, like I said, all of these things are great. So if you want me to do a whole video on them, but this is important. One of the pillars of this community is get your money right. Now, this is something I got asked about on my DM. Once the money is right, what do you spend it on? Now, most of you guys think, well, I'm going to get drip. I'm going to get clothes. I'm going to get me a nice car. And what you want to do is you want to buy things that make you money, not things that will cost you money. The worst investment you could ever buy is a car. If you're going to buy a car, I've done shows on this already, but basically, whatever kind of car you want, but whatever year it is, subtract 3 to 5 years, okay? And what you want to do is budget how much you can spend on a car and pay half that a month. In fact, if you can pay a down payment so big that you have 6 monthly payments of $1, that'll be good, and I'll explain that if you want me to, but that'll build your credit, okay? So if you have money to buy a car cash, I suggest not doing it. I say go in there and pay it all, that you have a 3-year note of $1 a month, something like that. That'll build your credit. You'll get what I'm talking about. But if you don't know, it's a book called The Millionaire Next Door. You should read it. But what I'm saying, assets. What I mean by that is, number one, do not buy a car. Do not buy crypto. Do not buy stocks. Never. What you want to buy are things you can touch. Okay? So you want to buy precious metals. You want to buy property, if you can, all the property you can get. Even the worst kind of property is still great property. This is also you want to do. If you want to start a business, there's only 3 businesses you should ever start. Number one, a franchise. So if you got the money to get yourself a McDonald's, get yourself a McDonald's. Number 2, a vice. So a liquor store, a casino if you got that kind of money. Any kind, I guess, in this state, I live in Nevada, so you know what's legal here that may not be legal in your state. You want to get into vices, because vices are recession proof. One caveat also, if you can, but I don't recommend it because it's too hard to get into, but the margins are great and it's recession proof. Women, beauty, and health. Recession proof. Hard to break into, but anyone can open up a vice, like I said, a bar or a spirit store, something that sells spirits, or like I said, this is Vegas.